Hi, my name is Shawn Lese. I'm the CIO and Head of Funds Management for Nuveen Real Estate. Nuveen Real Estate is a $144 billion global real estate investment manager. We focus kind of across the spectrum on risk profiles in different real estate sectors and obviously geographies. Today we're going to be talking about sector specialization. Today more than ever, picking the right sectors is super important, right? And we've seen that through the COVID period where the top performing and the bottom performing sectors had the widest dispersion of performance that you've ever seen. So if you picked something like industrial or multifamily, right, versus say super regional malls or hotels, right, you could be talking about a performance differential of up to say 35%. Right? We expect that to continue because a lot of the same trends that we saw pre-COVID carried through COVID and were exacerbated, right? And so we think that it's really important that when you're going with the manager to understand their abilities to execute in a certain specific sector so that you can get the exposure to that sector in the best way possible. And we think going forward for 2022 to take a look at the different sectors that you probably have exposure to. Be very cautious about the basis that you're getting in at, right? Because I think that on the industrial side and the multifamily side in particular, real estate's becoming very expensive. There are a lot of tailwinds that support that, but at the same time, when you're in at a very high price, you're in at a high price, right? On the flip side, people have been very reluctant to invest into retail and office recently. And I think that retail and offices are providing some opportunities to get in at a very cheap price. And a lot of the ills that have been afflicting retail and office recently can be washed away if you're going to get in at the right value. And another place where we think you've got some very strong tailwinds and continue to see some good value play is across the whole niche sector, right? So if you're talking about things like self-storage, data centers, single-family rentals, medical office buildings, life sciences, it's definitely an interesting place to continue looking. So my advice would be pick your sectors wisely and go with somebody who's a specialist in each of those sectors.